You're rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots, and a sexy body full of tats.
Andrea Dovizioso once again captured the MotoGP public's attention after appearing as a Yamaha test rider in a private test session at the Barcelona circuit. On the final day of the private test, Dovizioso was entrusted by Yamaha to test their latest V4 engine, which will be the team's primary weapon for the 2026 MotoGP season. According to leaks from the paddock, the speed of Yamaha's new bike is truly terrifying and a far cry from the previous generation M1, which still used an inline-4 engine. Dovizioso was reportedly capable of tackling the Barcelona track at high speed, with some of his times even falling just short of the official race standard. This is a strong signal that Yamaha is serious about their ambitious project to return to the pinnacle of MotoGP glory. This private test in Barcelona also marks the final step before Yamaha brings the V4 engine to the 2025 Misano GP. There, the new bike will reportedly be officially tested in front of the public, marking a significant debut eagerly awaited by fans. Dovizioso's participation as a test rider adds significant value, given his extensive MotoGP experience and reputation as a rider who is very detailed in providing technical input. Yamaha is determined to ensure that every aspect of this V4 bike is ready for battle when the time comes. With positive test results in Barcelona, the MotoGP public is now increasingly curious about whether Yamaha's major project can bring significant changes. One thing is clear, the terrifying speed of the V4 engine has led many to believe that Yamaha is truly serious about their ambition to challenge the dominance of Ducati and other teams on the track. And here's the full news. Andrea Dovizioso, a former MotoGP racer who has returned to active service as a Yamaha test rider, made a major splash after participating in a closed testing session held at the Barcelona circuit, Spain. The test was held in strict secrecy and lasted only a few days, but its culmination came on the final day when Dovizioso was entrusted with riding Yamaha's latest prototype motorcycle with a V4 engine configuration. As is well known, Yamaha has been synonymous with inline-4 engines for decades, which, while known for their smoothness and stability, have begun to lag behind in acceleration and top speed compared to key rivals like Ducati, Aprilia, and KTM. Therefore, the V4 engine project was a revolutionary and risky move for Yamaha. However, the results of this latest test show positive signs. According to several leaks from insiders in the paddock, Dovizioso demonstrated extraordinary performance. The Yamaha V4's speed was truly terrifying on the straights of Barcelona. In fact, Dovizioso's lap times were reportedly approaching competitive MotoGP levels, despite this being just the initial stage of testing. Several Yamaha technicians present in the garage couldn't hide their satisfied smiles when the telemetry data came back. This private test was deliberately held away from the media spotlight. Yamaha was keen to maintain secrecy, knowing that every detail of the V4 engine's development would be of great interest to its rivals. However, the news leaked to the public due to Dovizioso's appearance, which was spotted by a few loyal fans around the circuit. Andrea Dovizioso himself was considered the perfect person to lead this major test. With his experience competing against Ducati, Honda, and Aprilia in the past, he knew the characteristics of the V4 engine and what needed to be improved to make the Yamaha bike competitive. Dovizioso is known for his detailed technical input, particularly on handling, braking stability, and corner exit acceleration. This valuable input is now Yamaha's main weapon in perfecting their major project. Even more interestingly, this private test in Barcelona was the final step before Yamaha's official V4 engine introduction at the 2025 Misano GP. It was at this circuit that the public would first see the tuning fork motorcycle with its completely new engine configuration. For Yamaha, Misano will be a defining moment. Will the V4 project be ready to compete on the track, or will it still need major improvements before its full implementation in the 2026 season? MotoGP observers are beginning to speculate that this project is concrete evidence of Yamaha's seriousness in making a comeback. After several seasons lagging behind Ducati and Honda, the team is now trying to show the world that it isn't standing still. With experienced test riders like Dovizioso and extensive technical support from Iwata headquarters, this V4 engine project could be a major turning point in Yamaha's history. The fan reaction has been equally enthusiastic. On social media, many are eagerly awaiting the bike's performance at Misano. Some hope Yamaha can finally match Ducati's incredible speed, while others are curious to see whether Quartararo and Miller, who have already been signed to the 2026 V4 project, will be a good fit for the new engine. One thing is clear, the terrifying speed demonstrated in the private Barcelona test is a strong sign that Yamaha is serious. They not only want to compete, but also reclaim the dominance they once held during MotoGP's golden era with Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo. Now the public's eyes are on Misano. Will Yamaha's V4 debut surprise the world? Or will there be a big mystery left to be kept until next season? Pramac Yamaha rider Jack Miller once again shocked the MotoGP paddock after taking part in a private test of Yamaha's latest V4 engine. The test took place behind closed doors at the Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya, and on the second day of testing, the bike's performance truly stunned everyone. Yamaha has long been under immense pressure due to the dominance of other manufacturers, particularly Ducati with its powerful V4 engine. Now, Yamaha appears to be fully committed to its transformation. They have introduced a new V4 engine project, and Jack Miller is the first person entrusted with intensively testing the bike's capabilities. Sources within the team say the bike's speed is truly frightening. Jack Miller has several times recorded a top speed claimed to be higher than the old Yamaha M1. Not only is the bike fast on the straights, but it is also starting to show improvements in corner exit acceleration, which has long been Yamaha's main weakness compared to Ducati and Aprilia. On the first day of testing, Yamaha focused on gathering basic data, engine reaction, stability, and electronic response. However, on the second day, they began pushing the bike to its limits. This is where Jack Miller showed his class. With his aggressive and confident riding style, Miller made the V4 bike appear to have great potential. Several people in the paddock who witnessed it firsthand expressed surprise at Yamaha's rapid progress. In fact, unofficial reports suggested that Miller's lap times were already quite competitive, approaching the level of official race simulations, despite the closed-door testing conditions and the lack of competitive pressure. Interestingly, Miller seemed to be enjoying every lap. His body language after leaving the garage clearly indicated that there was something different and special about this bike. It's no exaggeration to say that Yamaha is now truly serious. They are no longer simply experimenting, but have high hopes that this V4 engine will be the turning point in restoring their glory in MotoGP. Comparatively, this project is incredibly ambitious. Yamaha is known as a manufacturer that consistently uses inline-4 engines, and now they are daring to betray tradition to compete. This move shows that Yamaha no longer wants to be a spectator in the top-tier competition. With Jack Miller's presence, the V4 project feels even more realistic, as Miller is known as a test rider capable of squeezing the bike's full potential. Many observers believe that the private test in Barcelona is just the beginning. This progress will continue at Misano, where Yamaha plans to field the V4 engine in official testing with other teams. This means the world will soon see the full extent of this new Yamaha's power. Jack Miller himself could be key to this massive project. If the V4 engine's performance continues to improve, Miller has the opportunity to become Yamaha's backbone and prove himself at the highest level after joining Pramac Yamaha.
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me. Cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this place. Off the liquor that we chase, Casamigos to the face. Baby, I don't need no space, coming closer for a taste. And I'll show you how I make everything just fade away. Cause she's like sex.